What's the worst thing your mom's ever said to you? Mine told me, we need to make space for the real kids. I'm Isaiah, 19, Tulsa, Oklahoma. First-gen college student. Worked at a tech repair shop, pulled a 4.0 GPA, helped raise my step-siblings, and still got kicked out like I was a guest overstaying my welcome. It started slow, like a leaking faucet you ignore until it floods the kitchen. First, my mom remarried. He wasn't awful, not at first. He was just loud. He made our house feel like it wasn't mine anymore. Then one day she said, your stepbrother needs more space. I didn't argue. I gave up my bedroom for an 11-year-old I barely knew. I moved into the garage. No insulation, no heating, a single outlet for my phone and school laptop. I told myself it was temporary, but temporary became permanent, and silence became expected. I'd come home from school, fix dinner for 4 kids under 13, help with homework, clean dishes, fold laundry, and then disappear into the garage like some forgotten pet. It was winter when I got sick. Not COVID, just cold nights and no blankets. I still showed up to school, still made honor roll, still didn't complain when mom asked if I could transfer just a little from my savings for groceries. The first time it was $300, then $600, then $900. In 7 months, I transferred $4,200. I told myself this was what family did. We helped. We carried weight. We sacrificed. But somewhere in those quiet nights, laying on a cot under a thin blanket, I realized something. Nobody was sacrificing for me. Then came graduation. My counselor handed me my cords and said, you made it, Isaiah. I smiled like I believed it. I'd been accepted into 2 local universities. I had my FAFSA done. I'd budgeted everything down to the dollar. My grandmother left me a college fund, $20,000 in a protected account. My mom was the manager of it until I turned 21. I never thought she'd touch it. On graduation morning, while I was tying my tie with shaking hands, mom knocked on the garage door. She didn't say congratulations. She said, you need to pack up. We need your space for storage and stuff. Storage and stuff. No ceremony. No party. No family photos. Just a trash bag full of my clothes and a text to my friend asking if his couch was still open. I thought that was the bottom. But the real drop was coming, because a week later, she called me again. Not to apologize. Not to check in. She wanted $5,000 from my college fund for her stepdaughter's dual credit high school program. When I said no, she said, you're ungrateful. After everything I've done for you. I wanted to scream, but I just hung up. My hands shook the whole walk to the bank. I checked the account balance. $600. I blinked, then looked again. $600. She had taken $19,400. And on the withdrawal slip, my name, my signature. But I didn't sign anything. Not only did she kick me out, she forged my name. And I hadn't even seen the worst part yet. I sat in that cold bank lobby for what felt like hours, holding the printed statement with shaking hands. $19,400. Gone. And there, in messy blue ink, was my name, except it wasn't my handwriting. My stomach dropped. The teller, a woman maybe in her 50s, asked if I needed help. I told her I didn't recognize the signature. She tilted her head and said, you'll have to speak to the account manager, but if your guardian signed it, and you're not 21, it might not count as fraud. Might not count. My grandma made that fund ironclad. I remembered sitting in her lap at 13 while she said, this is for your future, baby. Not your mama's nails. Not some man's backyard grill. And now they had both.